Stalrous, they've returned. Let's see here. So let's see if this does anything, because it has a separate stack, which is weird. So let's see if that is what is causing the issue. That was. So I used the corkscrew to drill a hole in the barrel and a torch to ignite the powder. The chandeliers are lit. So it kind of helps. It doesn't really reveal all of their locations as good as you would want, because, of course, like, it's not like it's not like it's. I'll show you what I mean, or I'll kind of explain it a little bit. So it's not like because it's only that light, so it kind of helps. It's not as good as if like it was on a pulley system kind of thing that would just pull itself like across, light up every torch around kind of thing, and then it would go back, and then it would like sort of dim itself out, so you can just have a light throughout every point here. All right. So now that we found that, I think it's just because this one had no life and it didn't detect it. Like, it didn't detect that it had low life on it or something. Anyway, so with that, we need to go and... Now, after you get the crane platform key, which we did get, we need to head towards the canteen, which I believe is on this side. I think it's above us. Did I say canteen? I mean clinic, which is right here. Now, there is a ghoul in here. This ghoul you can actually kill. Where is it? Here we go. As you'll see. See, I can kill it with one strike. And you'll be able to kill it. And if you want some recovery potions and such, here you go. Here's some really good ones. But we don't really need it. Okay, so we need to go behind here. And I believe it's in this closet. To find this. A crude surgeon's saw. We need to grab this, because we're going to need it later on. Alright, and now we need to head back to the canteen. I think it's down here, correct? Yes. Once we're back at the canteen, we need to head over here. And I will admit this. I got stuck when I first played this, because I didn't know what I needed over here. But here's what you need. So you needed the crude surgeon's saw. And you need to click on this. Just like the other saw beforehand, it's snapped, it broke, whatever. But the board should be brittle enough for me to break by force. Break it. Perfect. And you head over here. And we're going to go in, because now we have the key. So now what I recommend to do is, before you even click anything, save the game. And then activate it. After using the crane to lift the tower out of the way, the mechanism broke and everything came crashing down. Hopefully the track is still intact. Alright. So we have now awakened all of the dormant ghouls, so now here's where I'm going to turn off my invisibility, because it'll make more sense. Alright. There we go. Alright. So, you will be met with one ghoul on the left and the right. Technically that. And one in the center. right. As I was escaping across the tracks, a ghoul tackled me and knocked me from the platform into the chasm below. Luckily, a couple of them broke my fall. I'm in incredible pain, but somehow I feel warmth. I feel strange. Alright, I can barely see where I'm going. Alright, there we go. Perfect. There's only one clear direction. It won't let you kind of explore around down here, so let's try and figure out where that is. And it's complete and utter pitch darkness. Alright, so if you keep heading the same direction, you will somehow meet up with a building. Ah, here we go. There has to be a way out of it, out in here. The ghouls can't be too far behind. So I need to find a way out fast. Alright. Let's use the dog outside if you can hear that. Alright. So now we're in here. Let's see here. So we need to go and find a ladder, which should be... Ah, right here. I don't know how our character's going to reach that, but our character can reach it. Alright, so now save here. And you need to kind of head over here. Now, you'll pick up a hammer. You found a reinforcement hammer, which can be used to barricade doors, preventing enemies from following you through them. However, once the doors are barricaded, they can only be unlocked by using a lockpick or spell. So choose wisely which doors you decide to barricade. For some reason, when you pick up the hammer, it's supposed to have a quest pop up specifically for this one. But for some reason, it doesn't do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be right back in a second, and I'm going to tell you guys, like, if you want to have, like, the proper quest progress, what you can do in order to have that. So give me a second, and I'll be right back. Alright, so hopefully everything's going to be good. Just give me a second. Alright, so now... if you want to be able to progress further from this point, so when you pick up the hammer, I believe it is supposed to display this. Found a hammer with a steel head. I could probably use this to barricade doors and slow down any enemies that pursue me. Alright. So we already know that ghouls can open doors. We saw one. So which means we want to be able to barricade every door that we have, that we see in here. So right now we have this door over here, which is the door that we entered from. And we also have this door over here, which leads to a rock, but they can definitely shimmy there, and we definitely don't want that. So what we need to do is we need to go and activate the spell that it gives us. It gives us a barricade door script. So what we'll do is we'll just tap it. It'll now lock it. Now, if we go towards the other door, we do the same exact thing. I believe that another quest pop-up should occur here, but for some reason it doesn't trigger. Because if we look around here, I'll even turn on toggle light bright just so we can actually see everything in here. These are the only two doors that lead to the outside. Everything else in here doesn't really lead anywhere outside. But for some reason, it doesn't trigger the next quest progression. The next quest progression, of course, is this one right here. The doors have been barricaded. Now I just have to find a way out of here. Which makes sense. Alright, so now we need to go up here. Again. But this time, instead of dropping down to go pick up a hammer, we need to go over here. Which we will find this little opening over here. Now we head down said opening, we will see a iron gate, but it needs a key. We don't need a key though. I used a reinforcing hammer and broke the grate down the center. So we just bashed it open pretty much. Now once you're down here is where things get interesting. So right now we need to click on this. Track shift into a forward position, the rail connects. But now the ghouls have found us. So we need to pick up this corroded key and open up this door. And we should be able to see them close to us because my special awareness will kick in. And as you can see, they're now in the door. Now, I believe if you do not lock said door, I've never actually tried it, they will actually come in, actually. Let's find out ourselves if that actually will happen. I just won't do the quest progression because we won't progress from this one. Okay. Let us see if they'll actually come in. Now, remember, the door is closed. I closed the door. So they do open doors. Confirmed. So with that, you want to have the door locked. I believe they can hit you from the door too, but sometimes Oblivion's really weird like that. Anyway, with that said and done, we need to go towards this one right here, which we will ride over to the Abyss. Let's go do that. Now, if the quest doesn't progress here, there's another one that's supposed to occur. After that, it works perfectly fine after that, I believe. All right, so it didn't progress. Let's go do that. So we could progress it. So instead of now going from 15 when we pick up the hammer, 20 if you want to, 20 if you've barricaded both of those doors, and now we go to 30. And that's happened. I rode a minecart down the tracks and ended up crashing. I'll need to continue on foot from here. And after that, we're done. Just want to take a brief look at the quest right now. Okay. Yeah, I think that one should work fine. I'm going to save it here just in case. Alright, so now we're at the Abyss. Where we will definitely need to go and do a few things. So let's go make the walkthrough catch us up real quick. Alright, perfect. Alright, so first things first, there is a note here we can get. Okay, so let's see if we can get that one. Alright. So the first note is over here. We get crumpled orders. We'll take that, which will be a part of the Huntsman. Alright, so now we need to figure out how we're going to be able to get over here. Because we need to be able to get onto the other side. There's nothing of note in here. I'll even show you through toggle light bright. There's nothing to note over here. As you can see, nothing here. Even these pickaxes, I believe, you can't pick up. Yeah. You can only pick up a random shovel in there. But there's nothing in here, nothing else. Look at that. Wow, so cool. Nothing in here. Alright. So, now we need to be able to get over here. So we're going to save it here. You need to drop down over here. And with that, you need to be able to jump over to here. I missed because I bunked my head on something because my acrobatics is too high. So we need to be able to do a little bit of toggle collisioning, you know? And once you're over here, you'll get to this point. Now through this point, you need to not bunk your head on anything again. Get through this middle part. And once you're over here, I believe you can just run straight across and then you should make it. Now once you're over here, you need to find this trapdoor up here and click on it. Now once we've clicked on it, we'll be on the opposite side. Again, this side, oops. Now this side, again, doesn't really have anything going for it, as you can clearly see. The only thing that it has is these little levers right here, which will unlock certain portions of this. I believe this side will unlock this side, which is kind of what we need right now. And I think the one on the opposite end, or on the opposite side, I think. There's another one in here somewhere, I think. Just don't know where it is exactly. Will actually open up this side. So that's something that we will probably want to have later on. All right. So now what we need to do now is we need to go over here, which in this area we need to jump up here. I have high enough acrobatics, but you should be able to make it up here. I mean, I did it with 25 acrobatics, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Get over here. Once you're over here, I think this probably unlocks the other area. Yep. Now this part is a challenge. So we need to be able to get towards that area over here. Now, from what I recall, this is very difficult to do because of how, everything is. So I'm going to use toggle light bright just so I can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, because I think you're supposed to... Yeah, no, this doesn't work either because it just bumps you off. Oh, great, we got that toggle collision thing. I know that's because it recognizes that we were in motion. Because there's no way that you should be able to just make it there.